show going on. Good morning, everyone. Sorry about that. I don't know what happened. This is the first time in a long time that we popped it on and it wasn't working. But you know what? The good old, F5? Good old refresh.
Did the trick.
That'll do the trick. It's Friday, baby. It is Friday on a Masters weekend. We have some new product on the table. No, it is not quite 2024 Bowman flagship, but I know it is a little something new for us to rip. We got Big Dog in the house. What's going on, Big Dog?
What's up?
Canucks shirt today, huh?
It is a Canucks shirt.
Why?
I just have a friend who is who's a coach up in the Canucks organization.
Oh, really?
So this is like a team. This is like one of those. This is like a team.
It looks nice. It looks nice.
There's like a tag on the back of it that has like the name of like who it belongs to and stuff like that. So very cool.
All right.
I do rep the Canucks. So
a quick reminder, ladies and gentlemen, it is our last day on our Twitter giveaway. Look, we ran back-to-back Twitter giveaways. I'm not sure we're going to get that opportunity again for a while, so go give us a follow. Suncoast Sports _ if you want a chance at hitting I would say the Cooper Super. The Cooper Super has already been hit. But you can hit a lot of big cards out there. Bowman U, Chrome, 24-25, Breakers Delight Box on our Twitter at Suncoast Sports _. Of course, it is Friday. You know what's happening today. Slab or no slab wheel is out as always. I did a 2-for-1 here on the spot. First time in slab wheel history.
Oh, okay.
Wyatt Langford rookie card and a Brent Rooker to 150 on Top Finest.
Nice, okay.
I saw both of them. I was like, I like both these cards. And then I said, why not both? Why not both? I'll put both of them in here. Why not? So that's the new edition today. We only had one off the board. Couldn't get the trivia question yesterday. Let's see if you got it. The question was, how many debutantes have ever won the Masters? 0, 1, 2, or 3?
0.
3.
Really?
Yeah. Well, you think about it, there has to be at least one because the first time they ever did the Masters, it would have been a debutant who won it.
Fair. Okay.
So there you go. There's one already.
Fair. Okay. Fair. I didn't even think about that. Dang,
What's going on, Maverick?
My brain's not working that early, and you even comprehend that part of it.
I know what you mean. I got a case of the weekends a little bit.
Didn't get to rule out 0. What's up, Valor?
Valor, what's going on, Valor? Doing fantastic. How are you doing? So, I guess all of our boys. Jack Caglione yesterday. 120.9 mile per hour exit velocity.
Past Sebastian Walcott.
Yeah, past Sebi over there at shortstop.
The guys on the cards. They're the guys from the cards.
They're playing. They're real. I believe I saw that would have been an MLB record for exit velocity.
Really?
Yes.
Wow.
Ball go boom.
Wow.
Guy hit ball hard. Guy got his torpedo bat and went off. Maybe. I don't know how
Is
real
he using
these
the torpedo bat?
So he posted on Instagram a picture like with like an eye emoji of 3 torpedo bats. So, Valor, I don't know if you've been talking to him at all or watching him closely. Is he actually using those in game? Oh, Def used it for that game? Damn, okay.
Okay.
So maybe we're going to have to walk back my statement on the torpedo bat. Because I was kind of saying, I don't know if it's as crazy as we thought it was. But, all right, without further ado, speaking of torpedo bats, here's what we got going on. We're a light show today, honestly. It's going to be a relaxing show. I know Dog and I want to talk food and Masters today. We'll look ahead to the weekend. Got a couple good MLB series. Got a great UFC card, and I got a interesting. Think we can make some coinage here on a sports card that's on this UFC card this weekend. What else we have on the show today? Oh, I got a Big Dog Pittsburgh check-in, as I always love to do.
Let's go.
I saw a violation in the Pittsburgh community this week. Wanted to get your take on it.
Yep.
I don't know if you saw it or not.
I don't know. There's a couple that it might be, so we'll talk about that, I guess.
Been dying to talk about Chase Burns, honestly. Finally going to talk about Chase Burns today. And I got a little fun game for us if we run out of time or if we don't get to everything today. But without further ado, I want to get into some baseball stuff I saw. That's how I like to start every show now, Dog, is kind of like last night in the MLB. Yesterday in the MLB was a stinker. I'm going to come straight out and say
there's only a few games. There's only one got delayed until 11 p.m.
Oh, so. Brother, did it ever?
Phillies game,
Sucked, man. It absolutely sucked. Phillies got delayed. That game ended at 1 in the morning.
Yeah, so they just, I don't even, I was watching it. How many people were there when they resumed?
Like 112. Like, it was ridiculous. With one of them being
did people stayed there for just hours, just sitting, chilling? Like, people do that. Like,
so one of them who stayed there for hours was Ozuna from the Braves.
Ozuna, yeah, this guy.
I don't know who was up watching this game. I was not. I saw this when I woke up today. Fake Ozuna from the Braves. Braves, apparently he caught a foul ball as well at the game. I'm on Twitter this morning, and Braves fans everywhere are like, this guy just saved our season. You know what I mean? Like, the Ozuna from the Braves, the fake Ozuna from the Braves. I guess we'll just start with that one then. Braves walk it off. Marcel Ozuna hits a 2-run home run at
I mean, they're
1
home
in the
at 1
morning.
a.m. Like, who cares? Like,
Yeah.
go to bed.
Go to bed. I mean, what stinks for the Phillies is they have to now play the Cardinals today. So they're going to be sleepy. I don't know if anyone wants to use that in their handicaps or whatever when they're betting the game today. But nevertheless, Ozuna from the Braves walking off with his doppelganger on the stands. That happened around 1 a.m. last night.
Yeah, went into extra. Even worse than went into extra innings. Like,
I gave out my first bet on the show pretty much all year. I said Spencer Schwellenbach over 5.5 strikeouts. He had 5 strikeouts
before the rain
with
delay.
70 pitches.
He was gonna keep rolling. Yeah.
And then the rain came in. So how about that to Dre saying people with that last parlay bet? How about that for the first loss of the season?
Yeah.
Ouch on Talkin Slab. That one hurt. I apologize for giving that one out. But the real news I saw for the Braves yesterday was actually Spencer Strider. Strider had a rehab start yesterday, and he looked fantastic. That's his last rehab start. You're going to be seeing this guy up in Atlanta
for sure. He'll
probably
be back
next
soon.
week.
Yeah, Loden's been giving us live updates about Spencer Strider's kind of status, and he'll definitely be back up within the
5 1/3,
2 weeks.
1 earned run, 13 strikeouts, 1 hit, and 2 walks. Yeah, no doubt about it.
Yeah, he'll be back.
It's probably gonna be next week. And Strider, man, where do you put him? Like, would we say Skeens is the top pitcher in the National League?
Strider's up there. It's another one of those household names.
Where do you think it goes? Is it too crazy to say third already? Like, I'm thinking Skeens, Wheeler. And I think I have no problem going Spencer Strider. Now, the way Hunter Green right now is pitching.
Dude, Hunter Green's going crazy.
Hunter Green is going crazy, but I don't know. I feel like I would pick, Strider and Schwellenbach might be top 5, top 10 pitchers right now in the National League. Well, just kind of gun to your head, kind of on the spot right now. Where are you putting them?
I can put him at 3.
Put him at 3?
Yeah, that's fine.
Throw caution to the wind. I like it. I don't want to be like, I gotta wait. I gotta see how he pitches when he's back in the major leagues. No, I think we forgot kind of how good Spencer Strider can be when he's healthy and when he's on. I would say I'm excited to see him, but in fact, I'm dreading seeing him as a Phillies fan. I do not want to see him at all. But this was the other news we saw. So yeah, Braves beat the Phillies. Kreger, I thought, put it really nicely yesterday because we were talking, is it possible for this to be like a must-win game? Is it possible for a series to be this important this early in the season? And Kreger was kind of like, relax. If anything, this can only be positive for the Braves. They've been struggling.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Yeah, well put, Kreger. Other news was Ronald Acuna as well. Looks like he's going to be back within a month or so.
That team is going to be completely different.
Yeah.
Like, it's so early, and people, it's going to be so different when they have Strider, Acuna back too. Like, it's going to be
Yeah, it sucks for me as a Phils fan.
Yeah, it's going to be a different team.
Yeah, all those stats. 0-7. No team 0-7 has ever made the playoffs. Well, also, think about all the teams that made 0-7. You didn't have 3 wild cards back then either. I mean...
And now what? Now that how many games have they won now? What, they're 3-8?
3-8, I think. 3-8. So everyone relax about the Atlanta Braves. I hate to say it. Nothing else too crazy yesterday in the MLB. Walker Buehler looked good. His first good start of the season. I think the Red Sox...
They did 1 extra innings.
I think the Red Sox lost in extra innings?
No, they won an extra innings.
They won?
Yeah, they beat the Blue Jays in extra innings.
Bad on my part right there.
The Rockies rocked the Brewers.
Yep. Kind of gave a taste of their own medicine.
And
then the craziest thing yesterday was Angels and the Rays.
This is crazy.
So Mike Trout, right? Mike Trout is a guy who I kind of have my eyes up to. Look at where this ball lands. So I looked at the box score in case anyone. Good morning, Forest Fire.
What's up, Forrest?
I was looking at the box score yesterday, and I was like, "Damn, Mike Trout, 2 home runs. He's back. We don't need to. Loden, what's going on? Good morning. Yes, nice win. Whatever. Good win for the Braves." This hit here, now he hit 2 home runs. This hit here went 320 feet. I believe I saw it was the second shortest home run in the last 20 years or something like that in the MLB. The tweet might have had it right here. Does it say that?
Yeah, 320.
At 320 feet, this Mike Trout home run is the second shortest in Major League Baseball outside of Fenway Park in the last decade. So look, Trout did go on to hit a second home run in this game. That second home run was a lot more legit, but I don't know, dog. I'm a little bit concerned about Mike Trout so far this season.
So wait, go back to that stat. What is that stat say again?
What is this? The second shortest distance of any home run in the last decade.
And that wall was only 317, it said, back there. And he hit it 320, which is like a tad over it. You know what I mean?
Right.
Yeah, that's interesting. So there is going to be a lot more home runs in that. There should be a lot of more home runs in that park.
And Godzilla makes a good point. The back of the baseball card still shows a home run. It shows you 2. He's now up to 4 home runs this year, which is pretty impressive. But no, to your point, man, I thought that betting Rays games would be like just hammer the over. It's pretty much Yankee Stadium with more heat. But wouldn't be the case except for yesterday. We had Mike Trout hit 2 home runs. We had Taylor Ward hit 2 home runs.
Adele hit 2 home runs.
Joe Adele hit 2 home runs in the same inning.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, the Angels are playing well. Kyron Paris is playing well. This was a great meme I saw. Hold on one sec. Yeah. Good meme right here. It says, who the hell believes this? Pretty much. In reference to the astrology sign. And then the same face saying, the Angels are going to the playoffs. Book it. Come on now. What is the Angels' record now? Let me zoom in on that. 7-3. Dog, what are we thinking? 1 to 10. Believe in the Angels.
Not so
10,
much.
10 saying World Series, 1 saying White Sox.
No, probably somewhere in the middle. Just probably somewhere in the middle right now. Probably like a 5-ish. They have some names that are playing really well and doing pretty good. I don't think they're the White Sox. I don't think they're in the World Series. And I don't know if they fall below the average or above the. Because right now, I would probably say a 6 above average. And with how maybe
better than me.
Maybe a 7's kind of high. So, dude, I just don't know. Again, it's a long season. You got to be able to keep that up. There's a lot of buzz. We talked about Logan O'Hoppe. Can he keep it up?
Kyron Paris. Is it Kieran Paris or Kyron Paris?
Yeah, Kyron Paris. I say Kyron.
Okay.
He's playing well, but does Trout get hurt or?
I know. I mean, look, even if he doesn't get hurt, he's still hitting barely above the Mendoza line. It is way too early to make any sweeping assumptions. Elliot makes a good point. Christian Moore is not even up yet. I'll be honest, Elliot, that brings up a good point. Bad job by me. I haven't even been checking how Christian Moore has been playing.
It's weird. I haven't heard a lot about.
No, and we've heard a lot about pretty much
everybody else. Haven't heard a lot about Christian Moore. Even
Christian
in the
Moore,
minors,
last season was the only one who really dazzled in the minor leagues. So far, I haven't heard anything really about him in the minors. But I mean, look, that's pretty much it from yesterday. Really not a ton I want to talk about in baseball yesterday. Pretty boring day, but we'll move on. We'll do a quick preview before the day's over about what we got going on today, the weekend. Full slate of games for this today, but that's pretty much it. By the way, if you are just hopping on in here, we're doing a show right now. Click on our channel. We got a live show right now. Ashley is ripping personals only. We got a new release today. 2 new releases. We got Stranger Things High Tech. It's got Millie Bobby Brown signing it. In case Drake is watching, you can go get your Stranger Things cards and get Millie Bobby Brown signatures. Joe Keery, Steve Harrington, and other just Stranger Things stuff. It's pretty cool stuff. Pretty cheap, too, as well. And then Tops 3 basketball, which is Victor Wembanyama's rookie year still in this over here. So just a little something we got going on. We got plenty of personals. Box. Yeah, I know. It is a big box. Plenty of personals in there. Pretty much anything you could imagine you would want a personal. Ashley's ripping it. She's going to be doing that all day. Just a little something we're trying out. In case anyone wanted a little quick fix to rip this morning here. Alrighty here, big dog. I wanted to take a look here at the MLB extension rankings.
Okay.
We've seen a lot of new deals in the MLB. Vladimir Guerrero Jr., Jackson Merrill, Christian Campbell, Ketel Marte. Yeah. And there's a nice article in The Athletic that Jim Bowden ranked all of them. All right, and I kind of wanted to go top to bottom here and kind of, see how we agree. All right, so the number 1 extension, Drewski Guerrero. Yeah, well, he's not number 1 in here, Bobby V. It's a good name, Drewski Guerrero. Hey, he's looking like Slim Guerrero, I tell you that, Bob. Number 1 is Jackson Merrill, 9 years, $135 million. This seems like a no-brainer. Like, absolutely, this is the number 1 extension. No qualms?
No qualms. I saw number 2, and I like number 2 as well.
Yeah. Did you see, by the way, the MLB's Player Association was begging him not to take that deal.
Yeah, I didn't read into why they didn't want him to take it. I don't know if you know why. Or...
I mean, good morning, Slab. I think it's simple. As they were saying, like, dude, this deal is so little. We think you're one of the superstars in the MLB.
Sure, I see.
Like, once you get a big deal, it's gonna like reset the market, help all of us get more money.
Yeah.
By you taking this big deal, it like totally like sets us back a few years in terms of free agency and player power in the MLB.
If I'm him, I'm taking 195. You give me the pen I'm in San Diego. Like,
he's showing me $135 million. Dude, think about it. You get to go all those San Diego tacos.
I'll sign it.
Yeah. By the way, his mom liked the Suncoast Sports tweet.
Nice.
Mrs. Merrill, thank you. Thank you, Mrs. Merrill. She's, I don't know her, but shout out to Mrs. Merrill. Big supporter of the brand. We can say Mrs. Merrill, friend of the show. Jackson Merrill, still working on that one. We're going to have to make inroads.
And Bob says Jackson got fleeced. So.
I mean, he did. But, like, that's what I'm talking about, man. You go to San Diego, you go to the Surf Shacks, you're hitting 300 with Pop.
Yeah.
$135 million is awesome.
You're on a good team.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You're not, like...
I'm all for it, man. I'm all for it. All right, number 2, and this is where it gets interesting. Number 2, Christian Campbell. 8 years, $60 million. He says Campbell, incredible bat speed, makes consistent sweet spot contact. His minor league numbers were great. 330 with 32 doubles, 20 home runs, 24 stolen bases. I mean, all right. It looks pretty awesome right there.
I feel like that's a good price, too, that they got him for over 8 years, only $60 million.
So, look, I think it's a good deal. I think it's a great deal. Don't get me wrong. But I'm curious to see. I had this, like, I'm looking at this in real time right now. I'm curious to see, what these other deals are ranked, because my one thing with Christian Campbell, since signing that deal, he had a home run that first game. I don't have the stats in front of me. I feel I have him on my fantasy team, which is why I think I can. It's around like 2 for 15, I feel like, Christian Campbell. He's got good plate discipline, good walks and all that.
He's just a guy that, like, that's just a good deal to make. You have him for 8 years. Like, you
your
don't
risk
have to worry.
Isn't high at all.
Yeah, your risk isn't high. He's been playing out of his mind. He's a kid. Like,
yeah.
He's going to make you a ton of money because he's going to want his jersey.
That's true about that. Like, that is true. I like that angle about that.
You know what I mean?
It's fun to be like, we got our guy.
Same with Crochet. With these go. I would say 2 and 3 go hand in hand because they're both with the same team, both 2 big deals. And again,
so number 3 on this list was Garrett Crochet, 6 years, $170 million,
and they're going to return that $250 million, no problem that they're paying.
This deal though is a lot more controversial for a lot of other people because Crochet, he has never pitched a full season in the MLB in his entire career, and he's getting paid, all right, 6 years, $170 million. For scale, Max Fried got an 8-year, $218 million deal. Who's that? Fried?
Crochet.
Or Crochet?
Yeah.
I like the deal. Just want to be clear. I like the deal. Based on talent alone, Crochet projects as being like top, Cy Young perennial. And Bobby V says it twice. Crochet fleeced the Red Sox.
The reverse on this one.
Big Dog, what's your take on it, though? I know you like Crochet.
I don't know. To be honest, I bet against him. I bet his under on strikeouts a couple nights ago. I don't know if it was the first start of his season, and he did indeed go under, and he got like...
Okay. So based on that alone...
he did indeed. I was just... Again, he had a lot of hype in the news, so the reason that I bet his under strikeouts is kind of like because of the Paul Skeens effect. Like, everybody who I saw was like, Crochet's on the mound, like, we're betting his over, and I was like... This guy's got to feel like a taste of it, like at some point, and he did. Like at the time I bet him. So again, it's early to see, especially with pitchers when they've only pitched 2 games, 3 games, yeah.
And then he's never pitched a full 162 game season.
How can anybody say whether this is a good deal or not when like he has literally pitched 2 games? You know what I mean? Like,
so here's the thing. Like I am firing myself on both sides of this because he is 25 years old. You signed him for 6 years. If this ends up working out for Garrett Crochet, the Red Sox are geniuses because you have just totally taken out some of the risk that comes with signing these pitchers. From 25 to 31, that's your best years as a pitcher. So I guess for the Red Sox, they're thinking, we're going to pay this guy slightly below MLB ace money before he's officially an MLB ace yet. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So if it goes right, they're geniuses. But I do think there is a couple universes where, bang, Bobby V says he could blow his elbow out tomorrow. And look, we could say that about any pitcher.
Yeah. It's happened before.
But it's happened before with Garrett Crochet. You know what I mean? He has been, thanks to CAA Sports. Is that his agency company or something like that? C.R. Harvey?
Good agent.
Yes, for real. Yeah. I mean, his agent is really good because if you remember 2 years ago, or last year actually, when he was being rumored to get traded at the deadline, him and his agent came out and said, I will not pitch a game in the playoffs if you don't give me an extension. Quite frankly, it made me mad, but he got what he wanted. So at a certain point, you kind of got to tip your cap. So that's number 3. I don't know if I agree with number 3 because number 4, I love number 4.
Yes.
Lawrence Butler comes in at number 4, 7 years, $65.5 million. This is a Lawrence Butler show. I know that for a fact. Would you have Lawrence Butler higher or lower than 4 right here, big dog. You think that's a good spot?
I would probably put it now above
Crochet.
Yeah.
I'm with you on that.
I would put Lawrence at 3.
I would go Butler above Crochet.
Dude, he's got so much swagger when he is playing.
I don't think he's been. The one thing I will say is I don't think he's been doing great so far to start the year. I'll have to double check.
I don't know. I've watched just a few athletic games. They come on really late at night whenever they're playing.
He's playing about bang average right now.
Soderstrom's playing really well.
Damn right he is. Damn right he is. Stay tuned for Instagram. I got a post in the works on him coming up. Hey yo. Number 5 is they got Tanner Bybee, 5 years, $48 million.
Okay.
To me, this is not a sexy deal, which is why it ends up at number 5. If you really wanted me to put my nerd cap on and my Moneyball cap on, I think you can make a case that this is actually number 2. Signing a guy like Tanner Bybee, who is on that fringe ace tier, no, I don't think we're going to call Tanner Bybee an ace yet, but he could move up there. Paying him less than $10 million a year for the next 5 years, that seems a little bit low on the list for me. Brandon Pfaadt at 6. 5 years, $45 million. This is where I say, hold the phone, because I'm just peeking ahead. He is Vladimir Guerrero Jr. ranked.
That's crazy.
At 11th.
Yeah.
Which I believe is last.
That's last. Yeah.
Out of all the extensions. I disagree with that actually. The reasoning for that, Bowden says, is at the end of the day, the Blue Jays had no choice but to grossly overpay to sign Guerrero to what amounts to a lifetime contract, as it includes a full no trade clause. What do you think about that, dog? Because I disagree.
That's fair, but what if they end up being what if he now has to give his full effort for the next 14 years? If there was any thing with if there was anything psychologically that was preventing him from playing because he wanted to go away, he's on that team now, he's gonna want to. I would want to win a championship.
This is his home.
Yeah,
he
you know
can't
what I mean?
hide from anything.
I would want to win. I would hope to win. You know what I mean? So hopefully they win at some point in these 14 years, or they can do something. So is he saying this is last because they're not going to be able to build around him and be able to create anything?
So he's saying it's an overpay, pretty much. He's saying that he's no better than guys like Devers Seager and Bryce Harper, who are getting paid between $300 and $350 million. And it's a gross overpay. To me, this is what's the word I'm looking for? Narrow-sighted, narrow-minded, which I hate to say about Jim Bowden. He's one of the best, writers in the game. These guys who signed these deals for $300 million, they signed these deals years ago. The Juan Soto and the Ohtani contracts have completely thrown off what the entire market is for superstars, in my opinion, and the MLB. You know what I mean? I don't think that. I don't agree with this at all. I would think the Vladimir Guerrero Jr. contract is better than, the Alejandro Kirk contract, which Bowden ranks higher than it. The Cal Raleigh contract, who's hitting below 200, 6 years of $105 million. The Brandon Pfaadt deal, not bad, 5 years, $45 million. But honestly, man, this was just kind of a way that I never really fully, there's been so much going on here, I feel like, in the last 2 weeks. I never fully looked at each individual extension that was not the Jackson Merrill one and not the Vladimir Guerrero one. But Harper underpaid compared to today's market. 1,000%, Harvey, 1,000%. Makes the Jackson Merrill contract, honestly, though, head and shoulders above right there. Dog, you got any final thoughts on any of these extensions? Or nah?
Nope,
On to the next one. On to the next one. So far, whenever someone hops on the slab desk that I haven't seen in a little bit, I just kind of like to ask, blanket statement, what's been catching your eye lately in the MLB here, dog?
What's been catching my eye lately?
Good morning, Big Mike.
MLB? I don't know. I've been watching a lot of it and betting on a lot of it.
What do you like to bet? See, I have not been betting a lot so far this year.
So I like to bet first 5 innings on the team that gets the half of a run, because you can have a tie after the first 5 innings, or that team can be losing. Like yesterday, I had the Angels, and yesterday the Angels were first 5 plus a half, so half of a point.
What odds?
At minus 125.
That's
so
not bad.
at normal odds, and they were up 2-0 or something like that at the end of the 5th. I like those. I like 2-team parlays with 2 favorites.
Classic.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's another one of mine. I do not like, I was talking about it a couple days ago, I don't like the nerfy, but what I like is when games score in the first inning, to then bet the second run, no inning.
I'm a
then
big
you get
fan.
The middle of the lineup.
Big fan of the two-leg, no-run first inning parlay right here. That's what it doesn't hit all the time, but it's just quick. It's easy, it's not easy to hit, but it's just bang, bang, instant gratification.
The one thing that I guess the real thing that has caught my mind is Jacob Wilson. He's really good. I enjoy watching him.
His dad
was a famous Pirate,
what?
Yeah, his dad played for the Pirates. His name is Jack Wilson.
I've heard of Jack Wilson.
Yeah, he played for the Pirates.
Dude, I had no idea Jacob Wilson's dad was Jack Wilson from the Pirates.
Yeah. Neither did I until like only a few weeks, like maybe like a couple weeks ago. So again, just watching him has been very interesting. If you flash this picture, this is very cool that this happened. I was very upset that I wasn't in Pittsburgh for this. So 100% would have been at this event.
You brought up Pittsburgh, and he brought up the Pirates. So it looked to me like Pat McAfee had what the heck was this? Do you know more about this? I don't know anything.
It was called Pat McAfee's Big Night Out. Like in Pittsburghese, like Big Night Out, but like how a Pittsburgh person would say it. And it was like the Pat McAfee show live, but like not a podcast. It was like
a concert,
like
almost.
a concert, a comedy show, like a whole entertainment spectacle. You know what I mean? Like, and what he did, he brought out Snoop Dogg, he brought out Jelly Roll, and they were like singing songs, but he also brought out like Skeens, Crosby, and Roethlisberger, and they did like different like mini games, and like he had so many people. It looked like a fantastic time. It looked like an electric time.
So here's my question though. People were raging over this Pat McAfee Big Night Out for one reason. They said, you bring out all these Pittsburgh legends. Where is Andrew McCutchen and where is Hines Ward? Andrew McCutchen tweeted, someone said, where's Kutch? Kutch quote tweeted and said, didn't get an invite. He seemed salty, big dog.
Dude, I'm going to be real with you, man. Any Pittsburgh fan would agree that currently, I know Skeens is up there. Anybody would agree that those three guys, and plus I'm pretty sure that's Letang to the left.
Godzilla's asked if Lemieux was there. Do we know if Lemieux was there?
No, not that I believe Crosby's there. Those three guys are the faces of Pittsburgh. Crosby, Roethlisberger. Again, you don't even have a current Steelers player there. You know what I mean? Or that's Roethlisberger. You know what I mean?
Right.
So those are the guys. I'm not outraged whatsoever by that.
Really? Okay.
Yeah, no, I quite frankly, all three of those guys are all Pittsburgh guys through and through. Didn't go anywhere else. Same with Letang on the left for the Penguins.
Well, not yet.
Yeah, not yet.
Mr. Paul Skeens might.
Yeah, I know Mr. Skeens
might buck that trend.
No, I'm not upset that Kutch isn't there. I'm not really upset that Hines Ward isn't there either. Roethlisberger being there is the right move. Skeens being there, 100% the right move. I know that the crowd would love that. I know that when Skeens came out, they gave him like a WWE style entrance, and it was like
I didn't see that.
It said like "Fear the Stash," and there was just like an animated like dancing mustache kind of thing, and like Skeens, because they all came out like WWE style and stuff like that. And
I did not see anything on Twitter about Paul Skeens. I'm very curious if
the bus would have been a good one too. Godzilla.
Oh man, I would have liked the bus. A slab or no slab giveaway is live. No trivia today. We're just rolling. It's the weekend, baby. Let's do it. I did not see any clips. Did you see any clips from Skeens at all or no?
No, I only saw the clips from Roethlisberger and Crosby.
Dude, something's wrong with that guy. I'm telling you.
Dude, something's wrong with him.
Something's up with Paul Skeens,
man. Something's weird with him.
And no shame. I'm just, it's just something I'm monitoring.
Dude,
now.
I will say, like, back in Pittsburgh, like the Publix or like the Wegmans or whatever you want to call it in Pittsburgh, it's called Giant Eagle. Like that's like the grocery store. And I have a bunch of friends up in Pittsburgh, and they'll say they'll see like Livy Dunn like sightings like
at her
like at the local Giant Eagle like just shopping at like the stores like around in the area. So they're living up there.
Man,
you know what I mean?
good for them. Good for them.
Which is crazy.
Although I think Livy's going back to college next year.
I think
something like
we'll
that.
see. Yeah,
long distance.
Another year.
Rye says Hines Ward though. Yeah, what about Hines Ward?
Ward would have been. Yeah, Ward would have been good. I know Roethlisberger lives in Pittsburgh. I'm not sure where Ward lives now about these days. Back in Pittsburgh, where I used to live, not where I used to live, but I know where it was. I used to know where Roethlisberger's parents' house was, and it was just massive. It was just absolutely crazy.
So being a Yinzer like yourself, I saw this. I think my Twitter started to think that I'm like I have a Pittsburgh affliction here.
I saw this meme too.
Do you feel this way or no?
Dude, kind of, yeah.
Because I had never thought about this in my life.
I see 87.
Occasionally, I see 93 and think of Jake Voracek. You know what I mean? But I wonder for you, you're like, oh, I don't know what any of these gas numbers mean, but Crosby number,
dude,
baby.
That's literally for me. Like when I saw this meme, I was like, that's what I think about. Like that's in my head. Like that's how I think as like a Penguins fan. Yeah. That's literally what I do. Anytime I see 87 at all, it's just
it's not that common of a number.
Not
it's
at all.
Only Sidney Crosby.
It's only Sidney Crosby. There's no other like. I mean, yeah, there's been like a football player or two, like Reggie Wayne, but like they're not.
Okay,
like,
good shout right there.
Yeah, but like
again, it's Crosby.
It's Crosby.
Look at Harvey doing the heavy lifting for us, finding out that Hines Ward actually lives in Texas.
There we
That's
go,
hilarious. By the way, I want to remind everyone we do have a personal store going on right now. Click our profile. We are running a personal show right now. Oh yeah, Gronk also says the Cloud Jedi. Your car won't think you belong in the Hall of Fame if you put 87 in it. It's a good point, Ryan. That's a good point. Yeah, the old 87 means you probably aren't driving some fancy car right there. Good shout there, Ryan. All right, you got Big Dog on the show, which you know what that means. What's going on with the Steelers quarterback situation here,
Shedeur,
dog?
I think Shedeur's visiting now. That I
Is
heard.
he?
That's what I was hearing.
Okay,
I was hearing
okay.
Shedeur's gonna take a visit.
So let's talk about this here, because I saw this morning and
oh wait, fun fact too.
Yeah.
McAfee had publicly stated
that Rodgers wasn't making the announcement.
I think everybody was going to that big night out event thinking that Rodgers was gonna get brought out and like sign a contract.
And
like
the first thing he said, he's not here.
Yeah. How insane would that have been if that was like a bit of that show where Rodgers signs his contract live?
Should have been,
right? But McAfee had to come out and say that Rodgers was not going to be there. Like probably just clear the air on that, like right off the rip. Because I'm sure that it would have changed the course of event if he didn't say that. Because everybody would have literally thought like, Dan's coming, like Rodgers is coming.
Man, yeah, it's good.
So
it's a good point.
That had to be put out in the air.
That's a missed opportunity right there. That is honestly a missed opportunity.
That's a huge missed opportunity.
So, all right, what the hell is happening in the NFL draft? Adam Schefter tweeted it this morning. Sanders is going to be a bust. Steelers need to trade up to get Cam Ward. He's probably the only hope at quarterback rookie this year. Why? Why are we all saying he's going to be a bust? Makes me so mad. Let's talk about it though. Let's talk about this. This morning, the Cleveland Browns. Do you see this? They signed Joe Flacco.
They
signed Joe Flacco.
Back. Okay.
So
now they have Jameis, Kenny Pickett, and Joe Flacco.
Big reunion. Yeah, Schefter pointed out. He goes, okay, Browns with the number 2 pick. They've added Kenny Pickett, and they've added Joe Flacco. Giants, number 3 pick. They've added Russell Wilson.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
And Jameis Winston.
Giants added Jameis Winston, not the Browns. Yeah.
So, all right. Does this mean now anything for Shedeur Sanders? You know what I mean? Like, this is where it's tricky. They didn't add anyone real. You know what I mean? Like, let's be clear. Kenny Pickett and Joe Flacco, right? Jameis Winston and Russell Wilson. No one is kidding themselves. The franchises are not saved. No one's getting the quarterback of the future, right? But you don't add 2 quarterbacks, I feel like, if you're planning on taking another that high in the NFL draft and making him your starter at least. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Talk to me though, dog. What the hell is going on?
Yeah, I don't know what kind of message
weird.
That's sending. Why would they want all these quarterbacks on the I don't get it. Dude, the draft is what, at the end of this month in a couple weeks?
Dude, you're right. Wow, it snuck up on me. 2 weeks. Wow, literally 2 weeks.
This is like one of those years where it's like, I feel like it finally came to the point where these
enough
teams,
of the quarterbacks.
Enough of the quarterbacks.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like all these same bad teams have been trying to draft this top name brand quarterback, and it's just like not working. It's just like not doing the thing that it's supposed to be doing. And I think they're finally like, I don't know. They're finally trying to do a different strategy. Like, I feel like they're going to try to build around these other 2 quarterbacks. Let Kenny, because again, Kenny Pickett, Justin Fields, all of these guys that are getting moved around were the top draft pick.
Yes.
Only a couple years ago.
All of them,
you know what I mean?
All of them, a 5-year time frame. No one longer than 5 years right now.
Kenny Pickett, Jameis Winston, I know was a long time ago, but was the first overall draft pick. You know what I mean? Like, all of these guys were the guys that these teams took. They're just getting moved around. So, the strategy's got to change because the rookie quarterbacks aren't working out. You know what I mean?
I am with you. And someone said it.
I don't think the Browns and Giants are going to take quarterbacks. I think Shedeur could legitimately fall to the Steelers, like, and be available at 21 if.
Here's all right. Let's show together a story here, if you will.
Okay.
Let's throw it back to last week. We never got to talk about this together, dog, because the rumors are heating up, man. By the way. This was last week. This is not any new news. But Sanders drops out of first round. Whoa, says Harvey. I don't think there's a chance.
Unless the Steelers take.
I don't think there's a chance it happens. I believe this was Tomlin last week. Swen took us off. I don't know where he was, in some Turkish bathhouse or something like that, talking to Aaron Rodgers. This is what he had to say about Rodgers. I'm going to try to see if I can turn our mics off and play it. All right, that's pretty much it from Tomlin there. So, all right, I saw that. Looks like you just watched the movie, The Notebook. No, I wanted to play that because, like, there's a lot of coach speak that goes out there. You know what I mean? There's a lot of guys that say a bunch of crap. And, like, I don't know, call me naive if you want, but, like, I actually believe Mike Tomlin when he says that he's comfortable right now.
I think so, too, yeah.
Like,
that's the Tomlin way.
Right.
We're going to go 8-9 or 9-8.
Well, we're going to go 9-8. We're going to figure it out. Like, a lot of and then I read another article where he says, quote, "We're optimistic about the room that we're constructing. Obviously, we're excited about having Mason Rudolph back." Like, I truly believe in my heart that Mike Tomlin means that when he says that. You know, like, that he believes he will be able to take the Steelers team and win games with Mason Rudolph. And you look at his track record, he can, and he will do it. Now, I know we've talked about this many times, Big Dog, but I feel like it is actually coming to a crescendo now. We are going to get an answer here in the next 14 days or so. What is going to be happening? Because it seems like all teams, we know what's going to go on. But it is Dre Mason Rudolph started playing pretty decent his last games there, to be honest. He played decent with the Titans, but come on, Dre. We want to win a single playoff game. That is the bar that I think Steelers fans have set. You're not doing that. Yeah, you're not doing that with Mason Rudolph, if we want to be honest with you.
There's no way Rodgers doesn't. There's no way because it's either he signs or it's either you play for the Steelers. Yeah, come on, man. Like,
come on, man.
Yeah, I was just gonna bring this up. Love to see this. Again, if he doesn't sign, like, what a tease this whole offseason is. It's like, hey, let's just throw the football around, DK.
So,
like,
here's the question, though, right? You see Rodgers throwing with Metcalf. This is a match made in heaven, in my opinion, because I think you have both guys who don't give a bleep in Rodgers and Tomlin. They have been around the block so many times that I think there's such a mutual respect right now that is saying, Tomlin says, "Hey, Aaron, we'd love to have you, man. Don't really care if you sign with us or not." And Rodgers saying, "Well, you know, Mike, would love to be a Steeler, but I got some things to work out." You know, like, I just think they don't care. You know, they're content to play this waiting game with each other. But I ask you, as a Steelers fan, I know we got Steelers fans in here, you can only pick one guy starting 17 games next season.
Picking Aaron Rodgers.
Aaron Rodgers, Shedeur Sanders?
Aaron Rodgers.
Now, obviously, though, let's say if you can only pick one guy, it comes at the cost of not having the other guy. You know what I'm saying?
So, I mean, at that point, like, that's where it gets weird because
I mean, there is a world where you take both.
That's where the problem lies, and that's why everybody was probably happy about drafting Kenny Pickett because that was supposed to be we couldn't establish like a long-term plan. Obviously, we're trying to find that franchise quarterback like Roethlisberger. So again, Rodgers would give me enjoyment to the season because I would feel happy like watching Rodgers, even like, you know, if we lose or if we win. Like, I don't really like Mason Rudolph, so it would just suck to have to watch that.
You'd rather watch Shedeur Sanders. See, Harvey, Rodgers the worst human. Harvey says Rodgers is the worst human being.
No, I disagree, and I think he's one of the best people to mentor somebody.
I'm with that. Yeah, I'm with that. A lot of the Jets guys, Harvey, look it up on Twitter. I forget who it was. There was a player on the Jets, a young guy, who was literally talking about how he thinks the locker room is in a better place now because Rodgers kind of taught them, like, how to act. You know what I mean? Well, okay. Harvey says absolutely not. Ask Garrett Wilson. Look, I don't know about the Garrett Wilson thing. I think maybe Garrett Wilson's frustrations might have been more, one, the Devontae Adams buddy cop and Aaron Rodgers. I think Garrett Wilson's just kind of fed up with the New York Jets as a whole. Look, Harvey, I should have had it ready to go, but there are, some stuff out there about the Jets players, saying that he helped them. And good morning, his wifey. The way the world is going at this time, nothing don't surprise me anymore. I hear you, his wifey. I hear you. It's hard to be surprised anymore. Cloud says, here's what not to do. I don't know. I don't buy any of that. Rodgers is a professional. He still got it. You won't find two bigger Rodgers fans than me and Big Dog, though. It's funny. People not in the room with these guys making definitive statements. Yeah, it's true. It's true, USMC. I mean, look, that's the fickle nature of, sports as a whole sometimes. We can only make conclusions from what we are able to see. But it is a mixed bag. I am pro Rodgers without a doubt, though. Listen, long story short, though, Shedeur Sanders, if he falls, and all these people who make these definitive statements, like we say, about Shedeur Sanders, I will say it time and time again. This guy had the highest completion percentage in FBS Division I history for a quarterback. How are we going to write this guy off? The Colorado, as a program, is historically, since, Cordell Stewart, a bad football program. Coach Prime took his son, who played at Jackson State, you know what I mean? An HBCU, which is not like a Division I program right there, comes right in Colorado. They were a game away from making the college football playoff. It just blows my mind how everyone writes off Shedeur Sanders. And listen, there are a lot of glaring holes. Who said it? Epstein, yes, a lot of screens for Sanders, though. I want to give you hope because if he goes to Cleveland, I start biting my nails. If he goes to the Giants, I start biting my nails. You let this guy fall to Pittsburgh, you're telling me you wouldn't be excited?
No, it would be fine. Like we would, of course,
be excited. That
doesn't
sound excited.
I mean, we just got excited last year over the Fields and Wilson things, and we got excited over Kenny Pickett the year before, 2 years before that.
I get it. Yeah.
Like the excitement is tough now. Like even if we get Rodgers, I feel like we wouldn't be going crazy because of how the news is dragged on. We'd just be like, nice, like finally lock that in. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like, there we go.
It's over. The saga is over.
Yeah, so I don't know.
Cloud Jedi with an interesting take. I think the Saints trade up for Shedeur Sanders. I'm with Turd Burglar, by the way. That's a great name. It's fun to watch Sanders play. I never want to pick it, but his trade was decent. All of these things are true. That's Super Bowl champion Kenny Pickett to you. The Saints thing I haven't really looked into a ton yet, Cloud Jedi. My boy Kellen Moore maybe taking over. Would not hate that. But I'm with Turd Burglar because it is fun to watch Sanders play. He did have a great completion percentage. He did not have the best weapons in the entire world other than Travis Hunter. I think he's going to end up being a pretty decent player. All right, let's see it. Slab or no slab?
There we go.
Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Airmail 26
Airmail.
Taking this down. All righty, Airmail. Let's see who we are taking down today. Give me that wheel. Give me that wheel. Good luck, Airmail.
Airmail.
And while I got you all here, what do we got in the store? Clear the bases. Clear the bases break. Oh, I always love it when definitive is on the table. Alrighty. 125 or 50 for Airmail. Good luck, Airmail. Come on, baby. Let's run it. Going to the weekend with a bang. Duval, appreciate the drum roll here. Come on. Six for Ryan Howard.
6. Come on,
Paul
6.
Skeens, Bowman,
Nice.
Transformative talent. Bang, baby.
6 brings home some Skeens.
Let's see it.
Transformative talent.
I would say that's, he's a transformative talent for sure. No, can't complain about that at all. There we go. Not a slab, but we'll always take a prospect insert of Fear the Stash. There we go. Congratulations.
There we go.
Oh, how about the Braves? Get out of here, Duval Devil. Get out of here, Duval Devil. Always a guy you like to say. No, I'm with that. All right, take a look here at that slab or no slab list. I mean, come on now. Also, the Schwellenbach, you missed me talking about it earlier. The Schwellenbach over on K's was absolutely, what's the word? Spurned. Mm-hmm. Spurned by the rainstorm.
Dude, everybody was probably, when that happens, when it's 1-1 and a tie into the 6, everybody just hopes their bets just refund and push. And,
nope, no soup for you. Whatever. It's not my first rodeo. I knew it wasn't going to happen, but I was sitting here yesterday and I go, how can this bet not hit? This is the first one I'm taking. And there you go, the old rain. Yeah, there you go, Ariel. Congratulations, you got it. I only say it a few times this year. Let me have it. What are you talking about, Duval? I know you might have just popped in, but we were saying how great Strider looked. Strider's going to be back next week. Acuna's going to be back in a month. No panic on the Braves. They're just fine. Yeah. All right, Shedeur Sanders, we're going to monitor that. Don't need to spend a ton of time on that. I will say, though, you saw that Tomlin video? The memes that have come out of this one. All right. I've been dying to play these memes. So, what the heck is going on here? There we go. This was a reporter. Just listen to this one. So, in case you didn't know what was going on there, reporter says, hey, DK eats 4 or 5 candy bars every single day.
Yeah.
Tomlin chuckles and says, he wears it a little bit better than you. This was the guy who asked him the question. Mike Tomlin just does not give a you-know-what. I know we've talked a lot about Mike Tomlin. I mean, come on now. And this guy, he tweeted out the video, so he was having a laugh about it too. You know what I mean? Good reporter over here. I don't even know. Ashley caught popping in, putting in a heart. Guys, Ashley is over, by the way, in the other room, ripping any personals. If anyone wants to take down any personals, check out our other channel right now. We got a Stranger Things High Tech. Tops 3 basketball. Yeah, hop on in. Any new release you guys want to rip, Ashley is going to be ripping it. But, yeah, Stranger Things High Tech. We got Millie Bobby Brown, baby.
Millie Bobby Brown.
But, yeah, this was just cracking me up last week.
That's great. That's
I wanted
awesome.
to get to it. UFC royalty. Oh, I'm dying to see UFC royalty. And, without further ado, big UFC card this weekend here. Speaking of UFC royalty, and there's a big... Ashley, are you still in the chat? Does Paddy Pimblett sign in UFC royalty? I have not done a full checklist. I'm pretty sure he signs. I'm pretty sure he'd be signing in UFC royalty. Dog, we want to talk Masters and UFC here, but now that Ashley brought up UFC royalty, I think there is a major money-making opportunity here in the UFC, and there could be a huge swing this weekend. So, good card. It's in Miami. Paddy Pimblett is fighting Michael Chandler. It's, I want to say, the co-main event or the third biggest fight on this card. And Paddy Pimblett's 1-of-1 rookie card right here. This card sold for $7,500.
Nice, okay.
All right? Respectable sale. Don't get me wrong. I think if he wins this one this weekend, they're going to give him a title shot if he wins this one. This guy, I'm not going to say the next McGregor. I do think there is only one Conor McGregor, you know what I mean? That run was crazy. But this guy is the next star right now of the UFC.
People are agreeing.
Main event is just heartbreaking. Don't know who to go. Love both fighters. I think I'm going to go for Volk this weekend, Duval Devil. But let's be real. Volk doesn't sell. You know what I mean? He sells for those who know. But in terms of the casuals, in terms of the people who don't know as much about UFC, this card sold for $7,500. I think it's about to really take off, man. Like I think you got to get in now because in London and England, he is already
that's another thing. The market in London and England has got to be huge. Yeah.
Now this fight is in Miami. It's going to be his toughest test. I'm going to be picking Paddy the Baddy, as they call him. I'm just kind of, for those of you who might be casuals who haven't gotten into UFC as much, I'm a teeter between casual and legit UFC fan, you know what I mean? But I'm going to be locked into this card this weekend, and I just want to share. This card sold for $7,500 less than I thought it was going to be. So keep your eyes out. We got Topps UFC royalty in store. We got a personal show going on right now. Chance to hop in and take down some Paddy Pimblett. Bryce fight is interesting as well. Yeah, Bryce, that's the guy who, absolute lunatic. Don't want to get into some of the things he said, Duval Devil. But I'll just be betting against him out of principle. Let's put it that way. Yeah, that's the Paddy Pimblett news. I think there's major money to be made. But, dog, let's go. Let's talk Masters,
baby.
The Masters are underway. We had one day. And something I wanted to talk about yesterday. that we didn't get to talk about today. We looked at the Masters Gnomes yesterday, dog. Come on now, the concessions.
Yes, baby, the concessions, dude.
Let's see.
Okay, because we got to talk about something about this. Get the concessions paired with something else here.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get this zoomed in. Chad, just for a little live update right now, Justin Rose, your leader, is -1 through 4 holes today.
Yes!
So he's back to -8, 4-stroke lead currently. And let me see who else.
Anyone?
Scheffler, not yet.
Yeah,
Oberg
Scheffler tees off at 130.
Sungjae Im is 2 under today, but he's only -3. So, guys, we'll keep you guys updated as we keep progressing through that.
Been loving it. All right. Masters concessions.
Yes.
One of the greatest things that exist here. Mm-hmm. What do we order in here on Masters Day?
Dude, you have to get the pimento cheese sandwich.
All right, $1.50. And you know a thing or two about pimento cheese.
Dude, this
being a yinzer.
This apparently, again, I don't know. Again, everybody knows. Again, this is not new that we're bringing this up and that the prices. I know, chat, that you guys know that this is probably a thing, but none of us have. I know probably unless anybody in the chat has been there. This needs to be experienced. I've heard. Again, there's been so many TikToks, so many social media things, so many this and that. It's $1.50, and it's just cheese on 2 pieces of just white bread, man. Like,
I've never had pimento cheese in my life,
dude. I don't know.
I feel like I'm missing out.
I have a few times, but like not. I feel like just not between 2 pieces of white bread, like on a sandwich, which is just like insane.
That simple Wonder Bread kind of thing too.
Yeah, dude. The bread is probably like
nothing
amazing.
to it.
And then if you can
big egg salad fan
if
too.
you can scroll down on the picture, the next thing that I'm hearing is great. Is keep going down. The Georgia peach ice cream sandwich just has to be unreal. And that's only dude. How is the ice cream $3? It's double the price of the real food. So so Chad, what I was gonna say is it's so weird because the food prices are like this so low. Yeah. But then you'll see, like, I saw a TikTok yesterday of somebody being like, how much did you spend in the gift shop? And everything in the gift shop,
$1 billion.
$1 billion. Yeah. Everything in the gift shop, like the Masters gear, because the Masters gear you can literally only get at the Masters, I'm pretty sure.
Yep.
So I'm pretty sure, like, if you have a friend that has a Masters hat, it like probably came from somebody who bought it at the Masters and then like passed it down. So the stuff at the pro shop is so expensive, but the food, dude, like the blueberry, like give me a blueberry muffin.
Easy says, if I only had $20 on anything on this board, hard to see me ordering anything other than 3 beers. You can get 3 beers and a pimento cheese sandwich and have 2 quarters left over.
Easy. 2 quarters left over.
All right, big dog, give it to me. You got $20 to spend at the Masters. Where are we going?
All right, so
I tell you right now, start me off with a nice domestic beer. Okay. You know, nice ice cold Coors, something like that. Let's go for food here. All right, got to get a pimento cheese.
Yes,
I'm up to $7.50. Give me a Masters Club as well. Just sounds awesome. So I'm up to $10.50 here. What else we got here? Give me a little fruit. You know, got to get a little fruit in the diet. We're up to $13. Top me off with a Georgia peach ice cream sandwich, $16. So I got $4 to play with here. What else we got here? I'll get a little Southern cheese straws for the back 9, right? 18, and then man, look at this. You have so much room for activities. Why not another egg salad sandwich while we're at it? I have 50 cents left over. This is awesome,
dude. So I would immediately rock with anything that has the Masters logo next to it. So I'm getting the egg salad and the pimento cheese, and at $3. I'm going down to whatever that drink is. I don't know
what it is, but I want it. Good shout.
I don't know much about that. So I'm at $9. I'm gonna go down. I'm gonna get the peach ice cream sandwich. So I'm at $12. Scroll me up to the breakfast.
Still got $8 to spare,
because I'm getting the blueberry muffin for $2.
Oh yeah.
I'm getting the chicken biscuit for $5 more. So I have $3 to go here. I'm probably going down, and I'm probably getting one of the freshly brewed iced teas from Georgia, like a Georgia tea.
I want to go to the Masters.
Yeah.
If you could pick Super Bowl or Masters,
all 4 days of the Masters, or is it just one day?
Saturday and Sunday.
I think I'm going to choose the Masters.
What about? All right, let's get a poll up. Actually,
that's a great question. Dude, yeah,
it's so hard.
You can go like. Realistically, if I wanted to, I could go to the Super Bowl, I feel like. You know what I mean? Like, I could spend a lot of money on a ticket and get in. You know what I mean? It would just be, like, probably over $5,000. You know what I mean? Between $5,000 and $10,000. I don't think there's any price you can pay to get in on the Masters unless you win, like, the lottery drawing and get in. So, I'm choosing weekend at the Masters.
I worked for the Masters last year. Fun fact, they asked me back, and I chose Suncoast Sports over the Masters this year, unfortunately.
So did you go?
I did not go. I worked remote, but I was wondering, how many times do I have to work with the Masters until I get a little invite? So my buddy works there, and now you got me thinking. I'm like, how do I weasel my way in there? Crow's Nest is a light beer in a commemorative cup. That's a little bit disappointing. I'm not gonna lie, Duval Devil. But yeah, man, give me a John Daly, Arnold Palmer with vodka. Loving it. Other odds and ends from the Masters yesterday. The best clip. Wait, hold on. What was this? This is what I'm talking about. Oh yeah. Dude, the patrons of the Masters are some of the best parts.
Yeah.
This is me right here.
Good use of patrons. They're not fans.
Oh, they're patrons.
They're patrons.
It's their own swing on blue moons. Woo! Sounds good, right? Dude, this is me right here. Give me an egg salad hat. I never wear hats. I like my hair, so I try not to wear hats. But if I was to wear a hat, that's what I'm talking about here. The best clip from day one. Ladies and gentlemen. Take a look at this. I don't know. I genuinely can't understand how this happened.
Look at the caddy.
Oh my God. Dude, wait, I'll play it again. It's you hear Matt Tomlin, come on, dude.
Dude, it doesn't even hit him that hard, and he acts like...
Dude, I love the caddy. It's just a little whoop, I mean, come on, dude. How does this happen?
This at the Masters?
People, dog, you are a bigger golfer than me. Super Bowl wins.
This doesn't even happen in real life. You know what I mean? How does this happen?
Do you have any idea how it happened?
No, I don't.
I just don't understand, in what circumstance?
Unless he just didn't know that maybe he just wasn't clear to shoot. Maybe you just can't see the green there and he's not clear to shoot and he shoots. But again, it's the Masters. Somebody
he's
knows
holding the pin.
Where is it? Wait, stop. Where is he at right now in this video? Is he in this screen?
I don't know. I think maybe here. This video doesn't make any sense, right? There's two trees.
Uh-huh.
He's here. I think where my mouse is, I think that's where the caddy is. You know what I mean? Yeah, I think that's where the caddy is. So when you change, is this Homa? You know what I mean? Is this Homa? It doesn't seem like they're that far. I could be wrong. How are you right there? What is happening up here? Why are you holding the pin? And then he just kind of looks back.
But why is this guy holding the pin?
I don't know.
Who's on the green putting?
Right. It makes no sense. This clip makes no sense. And then he kind of just plays it off I was here the whole time. Right. Trey says he doesn't even seem to care. He looks back at Homa as if he's pissed that Homa hit up at him or something like that. It's crazy, man. It's crazy right there. That was the clip of the day at the Masters, in my opinion. Good Lord. What else do we have here? Runner-up for clip of the day. I'm sure you saw this one too, dog. Bryson DeChambeau warming up.
Dude, can we talk about this? Dude, I saw a stat, and I'd have to find it, that Bryson DeChambeau on the range hit 375 golf balls, and the next closest person hit 122. Dude, this guy is just sitting there firing away, going crazy, dude.
I saw after his round ended, he was out there hitting more.
Dude, I don't get it. I
feel like it's stupid.
Dude.
And I like Bryson. Don't get me wrong. Downs the entire container. Dude, he looks wired. Look at that. It's like a toothpick. I think that's Sahith Theegala, I'm pretty sure. Just chuckling or something like that.
Dude, look how he swings. Look how he just look at
the torque. Look at the looks like there's something wrong with him. You know what I mean? God, I do like Bryson a lot though. I hope he wins. Yeah. But if I see Bryson, take a step back today, I'm gonna know why. All right.
Dude, quit ripping 500 shots on the range, man.
Cloud, did you see the random guy who did the shot over his house challenge? What? No, I got no. What is that? Do you know what that is?
Yeah, it was some challenge that Bryson was doing. No, I didn't see that, though.
Must have came right off the plane from Colombia. Hey, yo, says Ryan. Oh, good Lord. But yeah, man, that was, it took Bryson 2 weeks. Cloud, I'm going to have to look that up. That sounds awesome. I mean, it's bad for Bryson, but dude, Bryson's a freak. What is he, 4 under? 3 or 4 under day one?
4 under. Well, Justin Rose just bogeyed, so he's back to -7. So he's got a 3-stroke lead.
I got a 1 to win $100 on Justin Rose.
DeChambeau's -3. He just finished hole 1. He's even through 1.
So, dog, there was one other thing. I wanted to look at here from the Masters yesterday. A young man by the name of Nick Dunlap.
Yes.
He shot a 90.
Yes.
Shot a 90 in 18 holes. And let me just be very clear. No shame, man.
No shame.
No shame in that. I suck. I've seen Big Dog. He's a real golfer right here. He can really hit. What do you shoot when you go out on a normal course here in Florida?
Between 80 and 90.
Between 80 and 90.
More so like 83 to 90.
Damn, man. That is really impressive. What do you think you would shoot at the Masters?
Definitely
120?
Yeah, something.
120?
Yeah, for sure. So let's say like you're playing double bogey golf. So bogey golf is 40. So double bogey golf
you're gonna 10 a hole or two at the Masters.
For sure. Dude. There's a hole. I want to say, I don't know what hole it is, but there's a very specific hole where there's a lake in front of the hole and the green is behind the hole. It's not the par 3.
Magnolia Lane? I don't know.
Yeah, probably. And if you go short and land on the green, your ball rolls back into the water.
Yeah.
And if you go over, your ball rolls off the back of the green and you're screwed. Like the
Duval
conditions.
To the 17th?
No, I don't think.
That one is water in front of the flowers, right? Duval, I know what you're talking about. Yeah, par 3.
Yeah, so it's not that. This hole's not a par 3. I think this one's a par 5. This one's a par 5, and the water blocks the hole.
Was that the one that Rory watered yesterday?
Probably.
Okay.
Yeah, did he chip it in? And either way, for the average person, it would be a disaster. Like, it probably wouldn't even be enjoyable. The par 5s are ridiculously long. You know what I mean? The fairways are so tight. The greens are like glass. Like, I don't know if anybody saw that video of Rory's daughter.
Yeah.
Did you see that?
We played
Rory's
it yesterday.
daughter just tapped the ball. All she did was tap it, and it rolled like 40 feet, and it went in. Like, if you hit that ball too hard, again, it rolls off the green. You're putting on glass. So, for the amateur, I think you're really going to have a rough time out there.
Yeah, he won a major last year. It was one of the qualifiers. He somehow won a major last year and then qualified for the Masters. Twitter was so funny with him. Half the memes were people playing gobble one of us, saying like Nick Dunlap, one of us. Other people were like, good for him, man.
At the end of that day, that guy is playing at the Masters on a Thursday. He's playing today. He's probably not going to get a paycheck because he's probably not going to make the cut, which sucks. But I don't care. I'd play the Masters for however much it costs any day. He was an amateur. He has PGA Tour wins under his belt. It doesn't matter. You know what I mean? So like anybody who wants to give him shame, like. What's your problem?
Yeah. Shame on you. Shame on you.
Yeah, shame on you.
Props to him for finishing out the round and not just withdrawing.
Like a 90 to me isn't even that bad. You know what I mean? A 90 to the pro.
Well, he's 11 strokes worse than the next guy in front of him. I mean, when you put it like that. But
like realistically, a 90 on that course is probably like a 78 on like any other easy course or something like that.
You got any? I know you said you're not crazy with it, but like you know more golf than I am. So just curious, you got any outrights you want to take? Any bets you're taking? In the Masters today?
If we look inside the top 10 right now, you got all the names that you want to see. You have Scheffler, you have DeChambeau, McIlroy's hanging up there still. You have some of like your kind of like fan favorite names like Thagala and Morikawa and like different stuff like that. The thing is Scotty Scheffler's -4. If he were to do that for all 3 days, he would be -16.
Yeah.
Which I almost guarantee you wins the Masters. I don't know in what world -16 doesn't win. So the challenge here really comes down to which one of these guys shoots. Like, even yesterday, Bryson only shot -3. If he does that every single day, it's only -12. Like, it is so hard to keep up with Scotty Scheffler because I'm not expecting any whatsoever for Justin Rose to shoot a -7 today again. You know what I mean? I would, awesome. If he shoots a -2, that's good. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. But if dude, I'm just full outright expecting Scheffler to do -4 or better. You know what I mean? Like that's what's normal. So we're gonna have to see here. I really like Oberg. He's in second right now.
All right, now we're talking.
He's tied with Scheffler. I really, really like him. That Corey Connors is up here. That's one of those names that kind of scares me.
Barely know him.
Yeah. One of these names one of these Justin Roses, one of these Corey O'Connors, one of these random names is going to hang, I think, in the top 5 until the last day. But again, it just comes down to who can play the full 4 rounds of 18 holes of golf. Like, and Scheffler is right now the only real one that I believe can do that. You know what I mean? Like,
Dre says no idea, but I wish I listened to this yesterday. Yeah, Dre, we didn't. Big Dog's the golf guru around here. I was like, listen, I'll bet on Bryson, I'll bet on Ludwig, and that's all I got. But
no,
Big Dog.
Not hole 16, Duval Devil. That's not the one I was thinking of either. I'll have to try to find it. But hole 16 is probably my favorite hole because it is the hole where there is actual real chances for a hole-in-one. The whole green slopes down to the hole, and Bryson had a hole-in-one on it way back when. But yeah, today obviously should be a good day with the cut happening all year.
This is where it gets juicy.
Yeah, I don't know if there's any like
big names that are missing.
Yeah, you have Phil Mickelson. Like, is anybody? He's plus 3.
Fred Couples yesterday.
I love it. You gotta love Fred Couples. He's I don't know, 70 years old.
I think.
Yeah.
He looks good, man. He's a silver fox over there for 71 years
1992 Masters champion. Can you believe that, man?
That's
like
awesome.
Before, I don't know. I mean, I was born in '98, and you
2000.
You know what I mean? Like, isn't it crazy? It's 2025. He won the Masters 10 years before you were born.
Pretty much.
And he's still going.
Brandon, Josh, did you stay up for the Phillies last night? Hell no, I did not, Brandon. And I am so happy I didn't. That was horrible. Shout out Ozuna from the Braves.
Dre, I'm gonna be honest. I'm not big on the Rory train.
Not big on Roars.
If he does finish in the top 10, I hope it's second, and I hope he misses first and gets second. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not big on Rory winning, and I don't think he will. So,
man, it's sad.
I think
hope he does it eventually. Hope he does it eventually. But we've been saying it for 10 years. Yeah.
10 freaking years now.
Saying he's got to win it for 10 years now. It's ridiculous.
Any major, man. Any major.
Roars. I feel for you, but I do not have money on you, so therefore I will root against you for the time being. I'll be happy. Game started on the 10th and finished on the 11th. Yeah, it was terrible. I was not staying up for that. It was a terrible ending for the Phillies. By the way, speaking of the Phillies, I am, in case you see here, I'm wearing my finest Friday outfit here, my Phillies kind of Hawaiian shirt here. So I won my college basketball, March Madness pool. I saw you recently went to Burns.
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, lovely experience. Great video, of course. In case you missed it, give him a follow on Instagram, Suncoast Big Dog. On Instagram, he did a full review of the finest establishment in all of Tampa.
Yes.
Burns Steakhouse.
Yes.
So I win my, my March Madness pool. Me and my girlfriend, we've been together for quite a long time. It's getting to the point where, you should probably take that next step. I'm thinking, man, I got this money. Maybe we should take her out someplace nice. Maybe not Burns nice. But, last Saturday, I get a notification. Phillies beat writer Matt Gelb. Andrew Painter is due to make his first start of 2025 for High A Clearwater on Friday. So I immediately go clearwaterthreshers.com and I say, honey, we're going to the Clearwater Threshers game on Friday. I'm taking you out to someplace nice. So tonight, I will have boots on the ground. I am so pumped. 10 rows off of home plate.
Let's go.
Watching Andrew Painter make his first start in 2025. Bad move by me to take Cassie?
No.
Fair move?
You should go to Burns,
Fair
though,
move?
at some point.
Yeah, I mean, I've been to Burns. I just, I haven't taken my hard-earned money and taken Cassie there.
Fair.
Burns, Clearwater Threshers, what I mean?
Stadium food.
A little burnt dead sausage. I'm pumped, man. I'm pumped.
I like it.
On Monday, I'll be able to give you the Andrew Painter report.
Let's go.
I got the, not bird's eye view, but, boots on the ground. Going to be seeing a little Andrew Painter action tonight. I am pumped about that. That's my idea of a perfect date, I tell you what. But real talk, though, Big Dog, food. You got any other fun, good recommendations here around there? I know you were going to my cousin Vinny's. Big Dog's been going all up and down to the food scene here in Tampa.
You know what? I'm hoping one day you get Tim on the show. I don't know if anybody's familiar with Tim. He's been on working with Connie at nights. Tim has really good taste in food and has a lot.
Right?
Me and Tim have been going back
bar
and
for
forth.
bar?
Yeah, going kind of bar for bar, restaurant for restaurant, helping Connie out with some helping find some places. But the most recent place that was really weird is like a couple nights ago, Tim was thinking of a place, and he didn't say it out loud. And I was like, Tim, are you thinking of Olivia? And he's like, how did you just say that without me even saying anything? And I was like, dude, because it's just so good. So
all right,
you should look into you should look into Olivia in Tampa. Really, really good.
Yeah. So listen, man, Philly food scene was awesome, right? I do miss it a little bit.
The Tampa food scene is not the Philly food.
Tampa food scene, not the Philly food scene, but there's one thing I specifically miss that I would have all the time: soft pretzels, man.
Yes.
So I got a question for you, and for those out here. When you think of soft pretzels, what do you think of?
So when I think of this, I think
do they look like that? When you think of soft pretzels?
Yes and no.
Or do they look like this?
Yeah, that's more. I think of both.
What's a soft pretzel to you guys? You know, because like I looked up soft pretzels and this image came up and I was like confused. You know what I mean? Like, don't get me wrong. I love a good Annie
That's like
Ann's.
a stadium soft pretzel. That's like a stadium soft pretzel, like a chain, a gas station, like a stadium, like a, you know what I mean? Like that, like a movie theater soft pretzel. But those, like that,
you go to the stand down the street.
That's a real soft pretzel. Yeah,
that's a real soft pretzel right
why
there.
do those all look different? Like, look at them. They all, I mean, yes, they look the same, but they all
got
look
character.
You know what I mean? They all look different because you can tell they were hand rolled. Every single one of those, the previous ones look the same. You know what I mean? Like,
see this.
I don't think they're frozen, but like.
So Jason says he's only seen the first ones. Yeah, it must be a Northeast thing, man.
Yeah,
I think these are Philly pretzels. I know them as.
Yeah, like
you
if you go to Wawa, that's what their what their soft pretzels look like. If you go to a Wawa, Is Wawa Philly based?
Yes.
Okay, because Wawa sells just soft pretzels for like no reason.
So you guys have never seen this kind of pretzel. Like, this kind of pretzel is new to you guys. You know what I mean? Like, what? Never. I've seen them, but they're not what I think of. Fair enough. That's crazy. CJ, I mean, if you don't mind me asking, what part of the country do you live in? I'm just curious. Like, I have always seen both.
It's the same thing at the end of the day.
Michigan. Interesting. Yeah. Because when I think of pretzels, like if you were to just be like, draw me a picture of a pretzel, I would probably draw something like this, like a soft pretzel. I would draw something like this. This is crazy to me. Lived in California and Midwest. I would draw like the 8 kind of thing. I have these at Annie Ann's. They're fantastic. Now, you know, you go to the Amish country, Lancaster, you get pretzels like this. They're fantastic. Big soft pretzel fan right here. But it just was crazy to me that I Googled soft pretzel because I really wanted to get to this. This is the hard-hitting conversation right here. What is the best part of a soft pretzel? This was a big debate between me and my buddies the other night. And I had to bring it over here. All right, finally, some sane people. It is so clear to me that the middle is head and shoulders the best part of the pretzel.
Okay, you're gonna not like me. I do like the knot in the middle part, but I like that top part that's up there that says the crunchiest part. I'm an end fan. So I do like the crunch. So I go for the ends. I do like where the crunch is.
All right, giveaway is going up right now, by the way. Giveaway is going up right now. J-Saw says the middle. James says the middle. Brandon says the knot.
And Pike Winchum, mustard and cheese, both acceptable. Those are both.
Dude.
Both beer cheese, you know what I mean? Like a beer cheese.
Well, first of all, if we're going mustard.
Brown mustard?
Spicy brown.
Yeah,
spicy brown. Yo-yo. Let's go, yo-yo. Definitely the middle. Now we're talking. Dr. Pep says jalapeno cheese. I go.
There's no really wrong dip for it.
I go cheese. But I don't have cheese just laying around in my house. You know what I mean? So when I'm at home, I got mustard.
So where I was from, it's Pittsburgh. There was a chain called the Philly Pretzel Factory.
Yeah,
I'm not sure if you're familiar, but like a cinnamon spread or like a whip or like a. You don't like the cinnamon? You're not down for like the cinnamon?
Yeah, what's
or like,
up with that?
What about like the sweet cream cheese, like dipping in like so like those are the dips I wanted to bring up that I feel like are controversial opposed to the mustard because the mustard and the cheese are universally acceptable no matter what the occasion is, but the cinnamon.
I will say the most underrated part of the pretzel is when it's a little bit overcooked and you got that like dark bottom and you get just a little like smoky flavor too. Oh man. Love soft pretzels, dude.
Yeah,
I miss them. We don't got a ton of soft pretzels here in Tampa. We need a Philly pretzel factory here in Tampa.
Philly pretzel factory, the only problem is after 2 hours, they become bricks. Did you ever have that experience where they become...
You do? You put them in the toaster oven. You put them in the microwave.
Bricks, like
you put them in the microwave. A little bit of water, you know. Oh, man, I am hungry. I miss soft pretzels, man.
Soft pretzels are
The
great.
Wawa pretzels here, by the way. I know we got a couple Philly folks in the chat.
Do you like them?
I love the Wawa Philly pretzels at home. They are different here. They are slightly different here.
Okay, I was going to say for like a quick snack, I think they're pretty good. You know what I mean?
They were my go-to snack for anything I did back home. I've had a lot of bad stadium pretzels because we bought later in the game. Good shout there, Cloud Jedi. Good shout. That was just my fun little food, little topic of the day.
Yeah, soft pretzels.
Soft pretzels, man. An ode to soft pretzels. Boy, do I miss them. Can't beat a pretzel brat with good cheese.
A pretzel bun. Like, what about a pretzel bun?
Love a pretzel bun, man. What's going on, Scoobs? Yeah, so going to the game tonight. I'm pumped. The Clearwater Stadium has a sausage. They call it a burnt end jalapeno sausage. It's $6. I'm going to be getting that for sure. What is your go-to ballpark food, Big Dog?
So it depends what the prices are. So like,
take money out of the equation.
Okay, so I like the chicken tender baskets.
Dude,
when the chicken tenders are tossed with buffalo sauce, like the buffalo chicken tender basket. Mainly because you get chicken tenders and French fries usually, so you get two things.
This is a guy who's been around the block here.
Yeah. So like, I like to take advantage of the value and then like get my snacks. But like, I went to the Rays game like last week, a week or two ago, and my whole order was I had the chicken tender basket, which also included a drink, and that was only like $15.99, so that wasn't bad.
Now
and then
we're talking.
A hot dog because you have to get a hot dog, and then I had an ice cream cone.
You could put it down, man.
Stadium food.
You could put it down. Dude, I saw this.
I wouldn't be able to put that down, though. That would be a problem.
I kind of think I could. This is a new Braves menu item, and it looks amazing.
It looks really good.
This is like my kind of thing. Two burgers, slaw, bacon. I would take the onion rings off and eat them.
Yeah.
What do we got in the chat? What about the St. Paul Saints new hot dog? Have not seen that yet. Chickies crab fries are the best.
Chickies crab fries.
Yeah, you know it.
Those are my number one. I didn't know anybody else would have known about those.
Oh, come on. I know a thing or two about it. All right, let's see. St. Paul Saints hot. Are you kidding me?
Wait, whoa.
Wait, whoa. Hold on. Is this what you're talking about? Is this real? What the heck is this? Who let this? Look at my guy over here. Hold on. How do I get to him? Look at my guy right here. Oh.
Wait, what is this? A hot dog?
He can't believe it. This is ridiculous. That you should be thrown in jail for making that. Come on. That's too much.
Yeah,
that's gluttonous. You should be thrown in jail for that. Come on. What is on that here, J Sauce? Enlighten me. That is ridiculous. Come on now, critic. Come on now. Get out of here with that.
Critic.
Get out of here with that. My goodness. Oh, man. I can talk food all day. I am so excited to eat later. But before we're out of here, we do have to get a little bit back into some sports here before I'm out of here. Land of 10,000 calories is what it was called. Good Lord. It seems more than 10,000 calories. All right, someone I wanted to talk about before I was out of here this weekend here. And we've been ripping his cards left and right, but there hasn't been, you see all these highlights of some of these other players. Oh, Nick Kurtz, look at his home run. Oh, Jack Caglione, look at how hard he hit this ball. What about Chase Burns? How about Chase Burns, the second overall pick in this last year's MLB draft? Chase Burns so far, only one outing. It was in single A. What did he do in that one outing? 4 innings pitched, 0 earned runs, 1 hit, 1 walk, 6 strikeouts. His outings in spring training were amazing. All of his advanced metrics, too, were, showing how great he is. Why are Chase Burns not getting more excitement right now in the hobby, Big Dog? I don't get it.
That's the thing, and I think Chat, again, we'll probably be running some Bowman draft today. I think we're ahead of the game. I think he's going to, within the next couple weeks, again, the next thing that everybody's predicting is that Kurtz is going to get called up. I've been hearing that in the news a lot.
Oh, yeah.
So the Athletics have been buzzing around, you know what I mean? I think we're just about a week or two out from really hearing that Chase Burns news, you know what I mean? And really starting to hear about him buzzing. So you're saying, why aren't we? I'm thinking we're just ahead of the game and we're asking the questions before everybody else is. So I would take that into account, guys, that we might be ahead of the game there, because all it takes is that guy, if that stat line has 0 hits on it and not 1 hit, and MLB Pipeline posts that and it says the second overall draft pick has a no-hitter, you know what I mean, through 4 innings, now everybody's going to be like, Chase Burns. This guy had the no hits, you know what I mean? Like, so...
But they did, and no one seemed to care that much. You know what I mean?
I still just think we're a little far away because I still just think he's in the shadows of like Nick Kurtz and like Cam Smith and Hagen Smith.
True.
And I think again, this is a guy that you can get in on now, and he's gonna blow up soon, and he's gonna be getting talked about, and we'll be like, okay, now it's finally happening.
I think it's very simple. He needs this.
Livy Dunn.
Chase Burns.
Something to get him in the media.
Chase Burns needs this. All right, enough. Everyone relax. You kidding me? Can't you flash an image up of a normal picture for 1 second? Good Lord. I mean, God, relax.
Everybody's like, oh my God.
Never mind. I chose the safest normal image I could possibly find, and everyone loses their minds. My bad on that one. My bad. The point that I'm making here is I think if Chase Burns was dating Livy Dunn, we would be chasing his cards like Paul Skeens would.
No, I agree.
It bothers me, man. It really bothers me that Chase Burns is like such an afterthought. You even see it. Let me see. Do we have a Bowman break listed? I think there's a huge money to be made right here. His agent needs to get on that for real. For real. Do we have a Bowman break up? No, we don't.
No, we'll probably get one up though.
You know, you see the Pirates' prices, and I think that Paul Skeens is still a little bit of a better player than Chase Burns.
Yes.
But I don't think there is that high or that great of a gap. Let's not get ahead of ourselves there. Skeens is already Rookie of the Year and a Cy Young runner-up. No, it's true, Maverick, but like Skeens, from the second he was drafted, was lauded like this golden god. And don't get me wrong, he has played up to it. You know what I'm saying? Chase Burns has played, number 1 overall pick. Okay, Chase Burns is the number 2 overall pick, to my point, Maverick. Like, I just think, I really do believe this. This isn't like a bit. Like, I do believe that Chase Burns is a Livy Dunn away. Is like why you should get Chase Burns with, I was gonna say Haley Van Lith, but she's with Jalen Suggs.
Why?
I don't know.
Why?
But we need more Chase Burns love. We need more Chase Burns hype. We really do, because I get it. You said it. I think you also nailed it too. About how great Nick Kurtz is playing, how great Cags, how great Cam Smith is doing. But you look, and it's a tiny sample size, I get it, but Chase Burns is next up. I really do believe that. You see how the Reds develop pitching, dude. They make Andrew Abbott look good. You know what I mean? So thank you, Luis. Chase Burns is going to be great. All right, Maverick, yes. But does anyone remember who was drafted after Steven Strasburg or Bryce Harper? I do not, Maverick. I do not, to be honest with you. But I'm not talking about Chase Burns like he's the second round diamond in the rough. He was the 2nd overall pick. I will say Skeens definitely helped the pitcher's market card-wise. I've heard people say that number 1 and number 2 is a big difference in hype. I'll throw it right back at you, Maverick. Jaden Daniels, Yeah. I get it. Different sport. But how about Mark Appel? Number 1 overall pick. Didn't play in the MLB till he was 31 with the Phillies or something like that. So it gets me worked up because I do like Skeens. I like Livy. It's not a knock on them. I just think that we're doing a bad job as a hobby right now by, letting the tabloids, letting the TMZ kind of base where our money's going and where we look for our hype.
Yes, but that's
part of it.
That's part of it.
Yeah.
It's crazy because that's where you could get your edge. Take advantage of it. So yes, Chase Burns isn't getting that media hype. So cool. That's great. Get your cards now while you can, while he's cheaper. When he blows up, you won. You know what I mean?
Like, it's true.
If you can be the sheep and follow the media. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like everybody who they post in the media, their markets. It's probably gonna be too late. Once you see that post, that means it's probably too late. You know what I mean? So.
Right, Josh must be holding a bunch of Burns cards. He's looking to unload.
Yeah,
I'll buy them from you, man. If you want to sell them from pennies on the dollar. I mean, give me Chase Burns cards. I'm pretty worked up, man. It's just I've been sitting on this one for a while, and I was like, you know what? About to go into the weekend. Let me blow off some steam here because I think it's ridiculous how. And it's seriously, once again, I think Skeens is great. Like, there's no doubt about that. I just think that the gap between Skeens and the gap between Burns might be smaller than we all thought. If Chase Burns was dating Livy Dunn, I think he would be all the rage right now. Yeah. But he's not. So you know what? It's going to benefit us in the long run. I really do believe that. Hop on in. Whenever we put a Bowman break up, I want to see those Reds off the board. We've been pulling Chase Burns like crazy. All right, we got 3 minutes left on this giveaway. I'll start monitoring market trends and Burns' social media. Now we're talking, Rye. So he's in single A. Where's Cincinnati's double A? We need a little matchmaker here. We need a famous girlfriend for Chase Burns. We gotta get that going.
Like Millie Bobby Brown would have been good. She's taken.
How old is Millie Bobby Brown these days?
Old. She's married to Bon Jovi's son.
That's right. It's so weird. Millie Bobby Brown, Stranger Things high tech. Now we're talking. All righty, big dog. We're just about wrapped up here for today. I had a fun show with you today, man. Really been got silly, got weird. There's not a lot of hard hitting stuff. This is kind of like this weird like light day of baseball kind of. Masters Thursday's not that exciting. Only so much speculation you and I can do about golf. Mm-hmm. And, UFC card's going to be exciting and all, but I don't think we're going to spend all that time talking about that.
So, Chad, live update. Oberg birdied. He's through 3. -5.
Talking.
Oberg, he's 2 back of Justin Rose.
Now we're talking.
Oberg is cooking.
There we go. That's one of my plays I got right now. There you go, Rect. That's a good one. Chase Burns and Angel Reese. Yes. Now we're talking, Rex.
Yes.
Ooh, that's a great idea. There's a joke to be made there about her rebounding, but, I don't have it. I don't know what it could be. Who is the biggest hype player of this last draft? He's not the first pick, so that's remembering who was drafted second is a really good argument. That's a good point, too, Jay Sauce. That's actually a really good point. The most hyped players, I would say the most hyped 3 players weren't the first overall pick of this year's draft. But Jay Sauce, to throw it kind of back at you, I wonder if that's only in this, what's the word I'm looking for? This culture, of Fanatics Live, of baseball nerds, of like prospect hunting, like I don't know if my dad, I know my dad doesn't know who Travis Bazzana is, but it's an interesting thought. It is an interesting thought. He misses 100% of the shots you don't take. She misses 90% of the shots she does take. That's a good one, Racked. Angels tossing the bag with more still not up. All right, Scoops. How is he doing, though? How is he doing? Speaking of, I did want to update on the other name, Cam Smith. He's okay. 5 for 5 so far. He's hitting 200. A pair of RBIs, a pair of runs. I think he had a triple the other day, so that was good to see from Cam Smith, but nothing crazy so far from Cam Smith. Oh, man, it's going. Slab or no slab is going here. What do we got here? Let me pull that up. Who's taking it down? Good luck, ladies and gentlemen. Give it to me. AW Gator fan! Let's
Gator
go.
fan.
What a week for you it's been, I'm sure. Congratulations, Gator boys. Stay hot, AW Gator fan. Love it. Let's see what we're taking down now. Come on, Gator fan. Keep the week rolling. 125 or 50. You know what we're looking for. Give it to me, Gator fan. 125 or 50.
50!
What a week! What a week for Gator fans!
Bang!
Come on!
Bang!
There we go! Mike Trout gemmed out. Here we go. So this is a Mike Trout pink refractor gem mint 10 2019 Topps Chrome. Congratulations to AW Gator fan. There we go, baby. That's a slapped up, gemmed out Hall of Famer. There you go.
Let's go.
We got a slab off the board. It's a Masters weekend. And ladies and gentlemen, if you do want a quick spin of the wheel, guys, I'm going to feature our break right here. Clear the bases. 4 spots already gone in this break. We got a box of definitive, a 3 box of Topps Chrome update, by the way. Tell me, the Padres are still alive. They are not. BK knew what they were doing. You can't let the Padres sit with that Jackson Merrill. Dude, BK packaged the Pirates and the Padres.
Not bad.
Now we're talking. You can't let the Padres sit, though, with that Jackson Merrill debut patch possibly still live. Congratulations to you, AW Gator fan. If anyone wants to take a spot down in this break right now, I will give you a spin of that wheel and put another slab up on that 50 spot. But if not, that is going to do it for myself and Dog Gator fan. Thank you for popping on in. But yeah, that's going to do it for us. dog on the cards today. Have a fantastic weekend. I will see you guys on Monday. We'll be recapping what should be an awesome weekend between the Masters and the MLB. Appreciate it, Ryan. And hey, happy Passover. Happy Pesach out there. All right, starting tomorrow. Excited to be celebrating that. But yeah, nonetheless, heading out for a week. Catch you all on the return. Mav, have a great week, man. Appreciate you always popping on in, but have a great week nonetheless. All right, I will see you guys Monday, as I said. But for now, let's get over to breaking right here on Talkin Sports. Adios, ladies and gentlemen.